High above the vast expanse of the Bay of Fundy, at 10,000 feet, the skies were calm, the scenery breathtaking, and the sense of freedom unmatched. But in aviation, things can change in an instant. For a VFR pilot, the horizon is your lifeline, a constant reference that keeps you safely in control. But what happens when that lifeline disappears? Today, I found out. What started as a routine flight turned into an unforgettable lesson as I accidentally flew into the one thing every VFR pilot dreads, a cloud. In an instant, the world turned white. Disorientation set in quick, and the stakes couldn't have been higher. Join us as we relive this critical moment, share the decisions I made, and take you along for the ride on an unforgettable journey through the skies of Nova Scotia, from breathtaking shoreline to the dramatic cliffs of Cape Split. This flight was one for the books, not just for its beauty, but for the lessons it taught me about the unforgiving nature of the air. Welcome back to our latest episode of Wings Across Canada. Today we're taking off from Woodstock, New Brunswick, where we just had a great visit with Matthew McClatchy from the YouTube channel Mamat. After an incredible couple of fun-filled days in New Brunswick, it's time to move on, and what lies ahead of us is one of our most exciting challenges yet, crossing the expansive Bay of Fundy. This leg of the journey covers about 28 miles of open water with water temperatures down below at a chilly 46 Fahrenheit. To stay safe, we're carrying life jackets and climbing to an altitude in excess of 10,000 feet for the added glide distance to land. With the forecast calling for sunny skies and light winds, we set off. The true highlight of today's journey begins after the crossing, as we arrive at Nova Scotia's breathtaking coastline with its charming seaside towns, dramatic cliffs, and rugged beauty. So buckle in and join us as we experience the beauty of Canada from the air with some of the country's most spectacular scenery just ahead.
You lock my door. Lock yours. Woodstock traffic, Gulf X-ray Zulu Sierra, System 182 is lining up, backtracking 3-1 Woodstock. Ready to go, baby?
Let's go.
November, Golf short 3-1.
Woodstock traffic, Gulf X-ray Zulu Sierra, System 182 is just off 3-1. And we're making a right turn and proceeding to the southeast, Woodstock.
And Woodstock, November, Mike Golf, taxiing on to 3-1 for takeoff.
Woodstock traffic, Gulf X-ray Zulu Sierra is crossing midfield, and we're going to proceed on to the southeast, Woodstock.
And Woodstock traffic, November, Mike Golf, taking off 3-1.
Do I see Barry underneath?
Yeah, he should be. It's on the roll. Should fly right out under you. There he is.
And Woodstock traffic, Charlie Fox to Mike Golfer 5 to the south at 2,600 feet and climbing. Looks like it's almost switched to 126.7.
Where are we off to today?
We're off to the ocean. We're off to the ocean. Okay, so we just left Woodstock and we're flying to the southeast here. And we're gonna hit the ocean here. This is the Bay of Fundy. And then we're gonna cross over this water and go on this long spit all the way up from, I think Whale Cove is around there. We drove there a few years ago. And we're gonna follow the shoreline of Nova Scotia on the Bay of Fundy. And we're gonna go to the Split, Cape Split. And we're gonna overfly that. And then we're gonna end up in Stanley, Nova Scotia, where they've got very nice facilities for camping, like showers and bunks and all sorts of things. So that's our plan today, weather permitting. It looks like we should be able to do it. There's all the weather over PEI right now, all to the north of PEI, Newfoundland. It's all IFR, but it looks like we've got enough. Looks like it's VFR on our route today.
Tom, what's your target altitude? I'm about half a mile behind you and to the right.
I'm climbing through 4,700. I think I'm going to go up to 55. It's a little cooler.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Downtown Brown today. How are you guys making out? Going to be at Stanley sometime today? This is my hangar and car. I can't see the picture. When you leave my hangar, you can lock the deadbolt simply by closing the door and pressing the button. I believe the Stanley Hilton may have been left unlocked, but at least you'll have the keys as necessary. Make sure in the room with the bunk beds that the hot water red circuit breakers are on for hot water in the Stanley shower and bathroom. I think it's been left on. He has all these pictures everywhere of what to do.
Oh, wow.
Took this picture yesterday washing when it was replacing a light bulb. It's all set up for you all. If you see an older guy in my hangar, it's likely one of my 2 hangar renters. His name is Bradford. I'm planning to be working today at another airfield, hauling sky divers, so I might not be able to meet you when you arrive at Stanley, but just shoot me a note if you need anything. Oh, and to put my car into reverse, you need to lift the collar up on my stick shift before it'll slip into reverse gear. You'll see what I mean. And here's the Wi-Fi info, internet.
Oh, wow. We're all set. The people's kindness in this trip has been amazing. Like, had beds to sleep in. Like, traffic on 26.7, Gulf X-ray Zulu Sierra, Cessna 182 is 10 to the northwest of Brockway. Cruising straight and level at 5,500 feet, tracking towards Brockway. 26.7 traffic, Gulf X-ray Zulu Sierra. 26.7 traffic, Gulf X-ray Zulu Sierra, Cessna 182 is 3 to the south of Broxville. We're just starting a climb to get some altitude to get over the Bay of Fundy. So we're currently at 5,800 and we're going to be climbing for at least 95. 26.7 traffic, Gulf X-ray Zulu Sierra.
And 126.7 traffic, Charlie Fox to Airplane Golf. We're a mile behind the 182, and we're doing the same thing.
Our glide's about 11 miles now. We gotta go 34 over water. So that gives us 11's 22 to 34, gives us about 12 miles, 6 minutes of putting it in the drink.
Flowbird 1, this is Flowbird 1 over Sherwood Lake.
This is Oak Bay, and then we're going to be going, and then the river that's down the middle, State's on the other side.
Oh, right. So it's on the other side. The river's the border.
St. Andrews is just under basically under the wingtip on this side. And that's approximately just past, that's the border, the U.S. And Moosehorn National Wildlife Refuge is just across that as well. We'll be heading over Blacks Harbor, near over St. George, New River Beach, Masses Bay. as we get out into the Bay of Fundy. And the island that we're going to be crossing over that was on our route is Grand Manan, M-A-N-A-N.
Grand Manan.
Grand Manan. We'll be crossing the Bay of Fundy shortly.
And we're at 10,100 feet. We're still climbing. Looks like I got about 15 miles of glide right now. That's going to put us pretty close to being able to span. We have 34 miles of open water.
Traffic advisory 267 November Alpha. We're 20 miles northwest of Point Harbor, backing runway 15 in 5 minutes for November Alpha. November Mike Golf. Victor Lee, you copy?
I copy you, Ron.
Okay, I'm just 6 miles from Grand Manan. I'm trying to get above this layer. I'm just above it now to 11,500. So hopefully it'll dissipate a little bit. We're kind of going over it when we're going more east.
Yeah, I'm going to level off at about 10.2, and I think I've pretty much got enough glide to make it from here.
Yeah, Tom and Ron, I'm just behind you, Tom, and staying with you, so it's good.
There, we're over the ocean. That's a milestone on our trip.
Woohoo!
We made it to the Atlantic.
I can't see what this camera's taking video of, so I'm just ballparking it.
Yeah.
So maybe there'll be something cool, maybe there won't be.
It's so hazy. Lost GPS signal for some reason.
Do you need help doing something?
No. Come on back to me, GPS. Oh, there it came back. Woohoo!
We have a runway on a U.S. island there. Grand Manan.
Yeah. If you know, let us know in the comments how you pronounce that. Grand Manan. Grand Manan.
Here I am soaring 10,000 feet above the vast Bay of Fundy, and I'm about to experience something I've always wondered about, but hoped never to face: accidentally flying into a cloud. For VFR pilots like me, that's a serious threat. IMC, instrument meteorological conditions, can turn deadly fast. You're in the clouds, you lose sight of the horizon, get disoriented, and before you know it, you're in a spiral dive, overspeeding with catastrophic consequences such as aircraft breakup. In flight school, they drilled it into us. If you accidentally enter a cloud, get your eyes on the panel, make a standard 180-degree turn, and fly out the way you came in. I've always thought, how could anyone accidentally fly into a cloud? Well, I'm about to find out.
Just walked up to the southeast, I think outside
Yeah, a lot of interference on that call, Ron. I didn't hear a word of that. A lot of interference on that call.
We're heading to the point.
Yeah, it sounds like a motor running in the background.
While chatting with Ron about his radio quality, it happened. Out of nowhere, I was engulfed in white. I'm in a cloud, my first thought. Barry's only a mile behind me. 180-degree turn like they taught me, not an option. In the mere seconds it took my eyes to go from looking outside to the instrument panel, I'm already in an unintended 30-degree bank. Spatial disorientation kicks in fast, especially when you weren't expecting to be suddenly flying blind.
Going above or below it, Tom?
Above.
I'm gonna go below.
Oh.
Looking back at the footage and thinking this through, I can't help but think Val had the right idea. We should have climbed above the cloud, crossing this stretch of water, but in the moment, instinct took over. I pushed the yoke forward, choosing to descend below the cloud. We broke through quickly, but now we're flying lower, which means less glide distance if something goes wrong. In aviation, every decision matters, and in this case, I increased our risk of this water crossing by choosing to go below. I couldn't believe how that cloud managed to sneak up on me. 1 minute I'm cruising along, and the next I'm surrounded. After we landed, during the debrief, Barry laughed and said, I turned to Carolyn and asked, where did Tom disappear to? Then, boom, I was in a cloud too. It was like the sky had a magic trick up its sleeve.
Can you get across now? Are you high enough, Tom?
I'm a little bit low, but it's as high as I can get.
How high are you?
I'm at 9,300.
Okay.
Yeah. Not bad.
Tom, I lost you. Where are you at?
I'm 11 minutes from the other side. I don't have a distance, but I'm just slightly south of the track, not too much.
What's your altitude?
And I'm down to 8,400.
Okay, yeah, I lost sight of you. I think I got following the wrong airplane here.
What's your altitude?
I'm descending through 8700.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to go down a little bit lower than we would like. I'm leveling off at 76 here, and we should be good for the rest of the way at 76. Here you're going to have to drop to about 6,300 to get past that cloud, next cloud.
Yeah, roger that. I'm probably ahead of you now, Tom. I've put the throttle in. I'm, it looks like about 10 miles from the point of that land that comes out here. And that's about 7,000 feet, just under the clouds.
Yeah, I'm 10 miles from the point of the land as well, and 6,300, and I'm going to descend now to fly along the coastline. I'll probably try and go about 1,000 feet off the ground.
Yeah, roger that. Are you flying the point or the mainland?
I'm going to fly the point. I'm going to follow the point all the way along the shoreline. Or the little spit of land.
The right side
So what I'll do is I'll go to the mainland and then follow it.
That sounds good, roger that. I'm 6,200 now. And altimeter reading of 3015. Town up there called Boris Head.
Coming from the prairies, seeing this rugged ocean shoreline is a whole new kind of beauty. While the rest of the group flew directly to Stanley, Val and I chose the scenic route, and we're glad we did. There's something mesmerizing about flying close to the waves, watching the coastline stretch out beneath us. We can't feel the ocean breeze from up here, but we can definitely feel the thrill of the scenery unfolding below. So sit back, relax, and join us in soaking up the breathtaking northwestern shores of Nova Scotia.
That would be Digby, the town, right in there. See all the homes? Yeah. So the tide's in right now, because that bay gets emptied right out when the tide's in.
And when we took the ferry, where did it go from?
It went from there.
All the way up?
And it came through
down?
this. Sorry, it went from there.
Oh.
And it came through this little channel, and it went straight over to St. John. There's the ferry terminal. Right to your 2 o'clock. Traffic on 26.7 Gulf X-ray Zulu Sierra Cessna 182 is 11 miles to the northeast of Digby, just about Beam Litchfield, just off the shoreline and flying to the northeast, 2,300 feet, 26.7 traffic Gulf X-ray Zulu Sierra.
Researching Nova Scotia, Val came across a recommendation to check out Cape Split, a striking headland jutting out into the Bay of Fundy. As we approach, we can see why it's so popular. This narrow stretch of land extends about 4 miles, ending in towering cliffs that drop dramatically into the swirling teal-blue waters below. From the air, Cape Split is wild and awe-inspiring. The cliffs stand over 200 feet high. Down below, a motorboat speeds along, adding the perfect touch to the scene, with its wake tracing a crisp line across the vibrant water, and seabirds are gliding along the edges, weaving through the winds that whip around the headland. Moments like these bring 2 big smiles to our faces, reminding us just how untamed and powerful nature can be. After circling Cape Split, we set our course for the Stanley Airport to join the others. Stanley started as Royal Canadian Air Force Station Stanley back in 1941, a key part of the British Commonwealth Air Training Plan where thousands of pilots trained for World War II. Here, pilots took their first flights in Fleet Finches and Tiger Moths, and even practiced on an early flight simulator. Today, the Stanley Sport Aviation Association, a dedicated group of private aircraft owners and enthusiasts, has brought new life to this historic airfield, carefully maintaining its runways and grounds. Beyond the history and the scenic grass airstrips, what stands out most is the incredible hospitality. The folks here made us feel like family from the moment we touched down. It's no wonder aviation enthusiasts are drawn back here year after year for the annual Stanley Fly-In, a tradition that started in 1971. Held every Labor Day weekend, the Stanley Fly-In is the oldest of its kind in Canada, drawing nearly 100 aircraft and over 2,000 visitors from across Canada and the northeastern United States. Pilots and enthusiasts gather to share stories, explore unique aircraft, and celebrate a mutual love of aviation. For us, Stanley isn't just a stop. It's an experience made unforgettable by the people who call this airfield home. We can't wait to bring you along in our next video, where we'll dive deeper into the charm of Stanley and take you on an incredible 2-day journey around the breathtaking Cabot Trail, by ground this time, before flying over it in future episodes. So if you enjoyed this adventure, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and get ready to join us for even more unforgettable views and stories. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep your eyes on the horizon and your spirits high.
After the hottest day yet? Burr. Planning our next day.